8 warning signs your mental health is getting worse. It's difficult to deal with depression. It's an extraordinary, extensive, and deceptive illness that makes it difficult to notice how much it's hurting you when you're suffering it. Knowing how severe depression affects our behavior and outlook is an important element of self-care because it can help you realize when you need to seek professional assistance. Symptoms might sneak up on you, and no matter how much you'd like to avoid it, you may need to confront your mental health. When you're depressed, it can be difficult to look at the situation objectively and determine its extent and how you need support. Depression and anxiety cause chaos with our perceptions of the world. It's frequently easier to spot warning signs in others than it is in ourselves, and facing up to the truth of our own mental health is never easy. Dealing with this has also shown us how good you get at justifying your negative conduct, and how quickly these patterns normalize, making it even more difficult to tell when your depression is getting worse. Welcome to Self-Dominion channel, where we talk about book reviews, business ideas, philosophy, business strategies, and many more. Before we continue, please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure you're updated whenever I post a new video. For today's topic, we will be talking about the 8 warning signs that your mental health is getting worse. So, if you want to help yourself to overcome your bad mental health, make sure to finish this video. Number 1. Extreme loneliness. We all feel lonely from time to time, but the loneliness caused by depression is worsened by how we withdraw ourselves when we are in a bad mood. It also feels permanent, with the possibility of feeling close to someone in the future both unattainable and inconceivable. This kind of severe loneliness indicates that your depression has developed to the point where you need to seek help. Number 2. You feel like a burden. It's reasonable that when you're depressed, finding something good to say about oneself can be difficult. And if you don't do that, it'll be even more difficult for others to understand why they want to be around you. If you're so consumed by depressive thoughts that you think you're a burden to those around you, it's only natural that you'd isolate yourself even more to decrease the impact you think you have. However, this is a warning that your mental health is worsening, and you should get treatment. Number 3. Lack of motivation. A person who no longer feels joy or the desire to engage in anything understands why and how to carry out ordinary daily tasks such as dishwashing or laundry. That person is also uninterested with their job, work, or parenthood, which were previously valuable to them. Number 4. Isolation. Feeling lonely even while you're surrounded by people is an indication of significant depression, despite the fact that it may appear inconsistent. The idea of hanging out with the individuals you used to enjoy spending time will no longer appeal to you, and the more you avoid socializing and being in the company of others, the more alienated you become. Number 5. Increased irritability. If you see that your colleague or a friend is becoming irritated by seemingly insignificant things, you should be concerned. Irritations can often lead to rage and psychological breakdown. Discomfort arises unexpectedly and cannot be predicted, so pay attention if it occurs frequently. And, if you experience it on a regular basis, it's definitely the time to seek for professional help. Number 6. No desire to communicate. When you're communicating with someone and they suddenly become cold, don't want to talk, start talking about other things, or even avoid eye contact, that only means that they are having a hard time talking about what they really feel. People who are suffering from mental illness do not normally open up easily, but it is always advisable and suggested to try to communicate with them. Give them at least a small amount of attention, and that will surely make a huge difference. Number 7. Changes in dietary habits. You'll know that there is something wrong with your mental health if you eat too much or too less of what you normally eat. When you no longer think about a healthy diet and just eat whatever you want without thinking about the possible effect of these foods on your body, that only means that you are suffering from a mental health problem and need to seek help immediately. Number 8. Self-harming. Self-harm is when someone hurts themselves on purpose. People who are feeling intense emotional pain, have experienced trauma, or live with a mental health condition are more likely to self-harm. You might recognize that someone is harming themselves if they have unusual injuries, avoid exposing their body, or have drastic mood swings. If you or someone you know is at risk of self-harm or suicide, call for help as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this video and find this helpful, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and notification bell to make sure you're updated whenever I post a new video. This is Self-Dominion channel, and I'll see you again next time. Peace out.